Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of the Deep Ball Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Croco, and today I figured we'd try something new. I'm actually doing a class for this, but for my final exam, I'm recording for a podcast episode. I'm not gonna be done recording after this. Still want to get some episodes out, but this is like a big episode. And since it's such a big episode, I figured I'd try something different today. But first things first, I'm going to preview the little Thursday night game we got going on tonight. So we got Packers versus Cardinals. If I were you guys, like if you're betting, I'd take the Cardinals. I think they're by 6.5. I'd take the Cardinals with the spread. I'd take them with the points. But I'm you never know because I don't know. Something just feels weird about tonight. Something's in the air. I think that Packers might be able to do something, but I don't know. We'll see. I think Cobb is poised to have a good day. I don't think Rodgers is going to be completely terrible, but if they want to win, he's going to have like a superhuman performance, and I guess we'll see tonight if he can do that. It's too bad with J.J. Watt getting out for the year too. You never like to see something like that. He was on he's already going to get in the Hall of Fame, I think, or at least hopefully he should. But he was on pace to reach the Lawrence Taylor, Ed Reed kind of guys, and he isn't there. He hasn't reached that. Or Reggie Bush, not Reggie Bush, played for the Packers, Reggie Wayne or something. I'll edit that. But he did not reach. He's not even on pace to reach his brother's pace right now. He's not even on pace to reach his brother. Or his brother's on pace to pass him. He's probably going to have more sacks than him. So, who knows, maybe TJ will end up being a better player, but we'll see. And but what I really wanted to do today is I'm going to rank the 15. I'm not going to rank. Edit. I'm going to rank 30 quarterback situations in 5 years. So, whenever, I say, this is going to be a ranking of teams. This isn't going to be a ranking of players. So when I, put rank, Tampa Bay somewhere, it's not ranking Brady right now. It's ranking how they're going to be in 5 years. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, I'm going to get into that. So, at number 32, I got the Texans. The reason why I got the Texans is because they're a mess right now. I got little tiers with this too. The bottom tiers, they have no idea what they're doing in 5 years. And Texans fit into that. I don't really. Davis Mills is not the guy. Well, Mr. Wideneck, he's not the guy. And then Deshaun Watson, he won't play there again, I don't think. And I don't think Tyrod Taylor's definitely not the guy. But even though he's been playing good this year, he's not who you want to build around for the future. But, yeah, it's too bad because they had such a great situation. Then they messed it up by making Deshaun mad. And then they, he did all the stuff. Became the NFL's version of Harvey Weinstein. So, it's not good to see. Number 31, we got the Steelers. The reason why I got the Steelers at 31 is because Roethlisberger, he doesn't really know they don't really know how to get him out of there, it seems. And I talked about Roethlisberger a bunch before on the podcast, so I'm not really going to go too much into it, but they just have no idea what to do with him. And Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins are not good backup options. Number 30, I got the Buccaneers. The reason why I have them above the Steelers because I trust Brady the next 5 years more than Roethlisberger. So, but other than that, Trask I don't think he's going to be anything. He put up good college numbers, but he had the system around him, and he had the one great tight end. He had. Hold on a second. He had such a great situation around him, and his coaches were always he had some nice coaches, and they were always put in situations to succeed. Kyle Pitts, yeah, he had Kyle Pitts, and that makes the quarterback's jobs easy. Even Matt Ryan's putting up good numbers with him right now, and he's already a top 5 tight end in the league. He had him in college against those defenses, so that's why he was performing that well. 29, I actually have the Falcons. Matt Ryan is going to be good in 5 years. Felipe Franks, he looks very raw. That's really enough said about that. Next one's interesting. 28, I got the Packers. I think Rodgers will actually retire in 5 years. I think he'll retire around 42, 43. But And I don't know. We haven't seen enough about Love to judge him. So that's where I am on that. He looked good in a couple preseason games, but then one of them he looked terrible. So, and then against the Saints he obviously looked good, but that's against the Saints backup. So we don't really know anything about Love yet. But those are the teams that really have no idea what they're doing in 5 years. I guess Packers kind of have an idea, but it's not really panning out. Daniel Jones, he ranks 28. Not Daniel Jones, but the Giants rank 28th on my list. And they just, Danny Dimes is not the guy. They have an idea what they're doing, but Daniel Jones isn't going to be the guy in 5 years. I have really no doubt in my mind. So they got some trouble. Number 27 is Tua. Tua is, not 27, 26. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 26 is Tua. Tua just isn't. He doesn't inspire people. He doesn't inspire people around him. He doesn't. He doesn't seem to get people enticed to play a football game. And he's just not good at it either. Tua turned the ball over. Even on a day where he throws 4 touchdowns, he has 2 interceptions too. So it was a good game, but he still has the turnover issues. Then you got the Bears. It's illegal for the Bears to have a good quarterback. We all know this. Justin Fields looks terrible. I'm sick of all the media trying to say, oh, well, it's his offensive line. Well, yeah, Herbert had a bad offensive line too, and Burrow has a bad offensive line. Look what they're doing. I don't care if Matt Nagy hates him. The great quarterbacks find a way to succeed through stuff like that, and he's not finding a way to succeed. We got the Jets. Zach Wilson's going to be terrible. I'm sorry. He reminds me Sam Darnold 2.0. People were trying to say Rodgers 2.0. I saw it. I saw the play style comparisons, but he's been absolutely terrible. Never saw a quarterback like Rodgers go through a stretch like that. Then you got the Carolina Panthers with Sam Darnold next in my rankings. Sam Darnold has regressed. He looks terrible. And then you got them trying to trade for Harvey Weinstein, Deshaun Watson, but NFL's version of Harvey Weinstein. But it's just that's a really bad sign for you as a quarterback. So he has no confidence now. First 3 games fooled a lot of people, even me. He didn't fool me a lot. I thought that they were going to see the rest of their schedule. But I thought he'd at least be able to beat up on bad teams. Can't even beat up on the Giants now. So it's what are you doing? Teddy Bridgewater next. Not Teddy Bridgewater, the Broncos. I have pictures of guys for the rankings, so that's why I'm thinking this. But I'm Teddy Bridgewater for the Broncos because they're trying to use him in 5 years. I don't think they're not going to be able to use him in 5 years, I don't think. Or at least I personally wouldn't want him in 5 years. I don't know. You never know with the Broncos. He's already been their best quarterback in 5 years since Peyton Manning, but that's not saying a lot because they've had terrible quarterbacks. They might go through a little stretch of terrible quarterback play. Might be the next cursed team of quarterback play. We'll see. He's just so safe, and he's just not fun to watch at all. He was fun to watch back when he was a rookie with them on Minnesota, but that's changed. He looks terrible now. Then you got the football team next with Heineke or Fitzpatrick. I think they're going to draft somebody. Well, all these other teams are going to draft somebody too, but maybe they'll try Heineke. It's not a good sign whenever your quarterback can just waltz to the end zone and he just follows the 1-yard line, shows poor judgment. You don't want that in a quarterback. Then you got him Lambeau leaping whenever it wasn't even a touchdown. So Taylor Heineke makes a couple of nice splash plays like you saw last weekend against Green Bay, but it's just he's not consistent enough. Then you got the Eagles. I'll be a Jalen Hurts defender. I see flashes with Jalen Hurts, but over the past couple of weeks, I haven't really seen enough flashes for me to even get excited about him. So now I'm sort of starting to worry. It's okay, I understand you give him a chance, but is he the guy? I don't really think he's the guy. But you got to let him play out this year. You don't really have anything to lose, or at least 5 more games or something. But it's just the Eagles are in a troubled situation. They had Wentz, thought was going to be their franchise quarterback. And Nick Foles honestly messed it up. He ruined Wentz's confidence. And then they didn't keep Foles, obviously, because Foles is like lightning in a bottle. But, yeah, the Eagles are going to be screwed for a while, I think, if Hurts doesn't work out. Then you got the Rams, the Lions with Goff. Goff is so boring to talk about. Obviously, he can lead a team to the Super Bowl. That was with the McVay offense, and you see how much better they are with Stafford. Stafford is a much better quarterback than Goff, but I mean, still, like the fact that he couldn't win a Super Bowl, couldn't put up more than 3 points in the Super Bowl, and gave Tom Brady a free ring, like with that roster, terrible. I don't even want to talk about Goff; it makes me mad. But then you got him, and you got the Colts. Wentz. Wentz has been looking good this year. I mean, I guess we'll see how that continues. I don't have a lot to say about that. Then you got the Niners with Trey Lance. A lot of potential. I've seen a lot of videos breaking him down. He's just a little raw right now, but I still really do trust him at this level. Like I think because he hasn't played football in like 2 years. He hasn't played a lot of football in the past 2 years. So I think, or like at least a lot of meaningful football. So I think that he'll settle into it, and I think he'll be a good find for them. I really like that pick when it happened. And you got Mac Jones next. Hey, you've already seen it from Mac Jones. Mac Jones and the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to be just fine. Their defensive roster is just they always have great defenses because of Belichick because of the coach. And then their offensive rosters can continue to get better. And they've been in a couple games this year even. Like they should have beat Dallas, should have beat Miami. They should be like 5-2 right now. Should be in the thick of the AFC conversation. I still think they might make playoffs this year, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd say they make playoffs this year, but obviously it'll be 50-50. But in the years coming, they're going to be contenders in the AFC. Then you got the Titans with Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill is like 33, I think, or something. He's in the league for a while, and right now he's a good quarterback. He's lumped in with like the Burrows of the world and the Derek Carrs, Kirk Cousins. He's a really good quarterback, but people were thinking he was elite. I did too, but after watching him for the first couple of games this year, I can say that he isn't. But he's not playing that good, and they're still doing good, so that's really something to be said about the Titans. Last game played good, though. Then you got Derek Carr next with the Raiders. He'll be old, 5 years, but I don't know. His play style is just something that looks sustainable. And I think that he'll be able to keep it up for a long time. And I think Derek Carr, he's just gotten better and better year after year. So maybe I don't think he's not going to continue that in 5 years. I don't think, but I think he'll be looking really good, playing some of the best football of his career, like similar to right now, Derek Carr maybe, or like Derek Carr from last year we're going to see in 5 years. So that's a good quarterback. You can win games with him. Then you got Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings next. I really like Kirk. He's the most underrated quarterback in the league. Then you got Baker Mayfield with the Browns. I think he's going to improve. I just don't know with him. He shows flashes, but then some games he's just trash. I think he gets really unfairly criticized by the media, though. Then you got Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. Enough said. Then you got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has been tearing it up for the Bengals right now, and I think he'll continue more so to an elite quarterback. You got the Rams with Stafford. Stafford is going to be like 38, or he might even be 40. He might be like 40. He'll probably be, I think he'll be like 40 or 41 in 5 years, but I think his play style, he can continue it. I think his arm talent will still be there, and I think this is just like rating it like on the season in 5 years. So like I guess like the 2026 season. I think he'll still be able to put up numbers. But I got Russell Wilson putting up even better numbers. He'll be like 39. But yeah, I got Russell Wilson putting up some great numbers. I think Russell Wilson might be 39, and Stafford might be 39 too, or maybe Stafford is like 40 and Russell Wilson's 39. But yeah, I'm not going to bet against Russell Wilson in 5 years. We've seen how quarterbacks can morph. Then you got the Ravens with Lamar. Then you got Cowboys with Prescott. Then, yeah, this is like really when it gets into, like these quarterbacks, they're very important to rank in the next couple of years. I got Lamar at 6, Prescott at 5, Kyler at 4, Allen at 3, Herbert at 2, and obviously Mahomes at 1. Right now, the stretch of play is kind of just a fluke. Not a fluke, but like quarterbacks always go into stretches where they do bad, and the media is just like really crucifying Mahomes for this. So we'll really like they're killing them, but we'll see. But yeah, Lamar, Dak, Kyler, Josh, Justin, and Mahomes. And those are my top 6 quarterbacks. Those guys will be around for a while, and nobody should be surprised. Those are my top 6. Thank you for watching this episode. See you guys later.